I block people who create a platform off of forming an opinion on every single thing. Posting 4, 5, 6 times a day with your opinions about other people and what they got going on is weird to me. But I get that that's a major part of TikTok engagement. The people that post like that get viral very, very quickly on TikTok. And a lot of people who do so while dragging other people down. And that's just the nature of, stating your opinion on TikTok, being a yapper on TikTok. But I personally don't rock with it. I don't like it. But here's what's really crazy to me. You can have your opinion about everybody else, but the moment that somebody makes an opinion on you and they do it eloquently and intelligently, factually, and they're witty enough that it's also funny, you're unraveling and it's unhinged. And I am going to use the word unhinged because commenting and making videos talking about, well, liking comments that were rude to me is also not cool. Like, you built your entire platform off of being rude to other people and stating your ill-advised opinions on everything else. And it's okay so long as the masses agree with you. But bitch, I'm high.
I'm back, y'all. I have more to get out of my chest. I have more to get off my chest because y'all know if I got something on my chest, I'm gonna get it off. So this video, girl, I've been irritated about this since the Pond to Replay, okay? The Pond to Replay, when everybody started getting on TikTok, everybody started getting on social media, it has irritated me so bad because, like I said, I'm a Libra. And I really hate for people to be influenced by stupid shit. Like, I don't like people who spread misinformation and, like, they just pass it off as fact. And it's like, it's like everything is literally an energy transfer. Like, somebody is putting out this negative ass video and then somebody else sees it and they make a video about it. They put a comment, they arguing in the comment section. Now it's just like everybody is just being negative, and a lot of the time it's shit that you don't even need to be worried about. Like, you arguing over somebody else's business. Like, that's weird. But I need to talk about it, and so that is what we are gonna do. I got some notes here because, child, when I tell you this has been irritating me since the dawn of fucking time, girl, my cats want to start playing when I'm trying to film. That's crazy. But anyway, it's just like, okay, so boom, right? The other day I was watching something and it's really like, well, you know what, I'm gonna get to it, okay? This video is gonna be all over the place, but I feel like ignorance is the biggest illness in the world. Like, it literally is, because it's not even intentional. Like, I call people stupid a lot, but a lot of the times it's really not them being stupid, it's them being ignorant. Like, you're refusing to challenge things that you've been told or you've heard or you've been taught, and you're just running with it. Like, nowadays on the internet, people see something one time, one sentence, okay, and they just believe it, and then they start telling other people about it. They'll make a video about it. They don't even check to see if it's right or wrong. Or, and I'm not talking about right or wrong in the sense of opinion. I'm talking about, like, factual shit. Like, you could say fucking eating this plant is gonna cure da-da-da-da. No research. Nothing needed. You just gonna go, yep, that's true, and then start telling people. And it's just like, that is a problem. Like, people can make you believe anything. Like, you will go for anything because you refuse to just do just 2 seconds of research. And it's like, why are you so, and it's really my people, okay? Like, I'm criticizing the Black community. I definitely sure hell am. I know these people do it too, but we're not talking about them. Like, everybody do it, but it's even worse with the Black community because all you need is a bold text. All you need is a bold text and some red letters or some black letters, and they're gonna believe it. It don't matter who it's about. They're just gonna see it and they're gonna believe it and they're gonna tell you about it. Girl, we're gonna get to my mama in a second, but my community, they blindly believe anything. They run with rumors for years. It doesn't even matter if the truth is out there and the evidence is out there. they will still run with the same ignorant ass information and it be loud and fucking wrong, okay? And it's crazy because like I see it happen in real life all the time. Like I'll be somewhere and it'll be like a viral situation and they'll be like, oh, did you hear about so and so? And like they'll be telling the situation all wrong and the other person is just hanging on the edge of their seat like, oh my god, what, really? And they're leaving out context, they're leaving out facts, da 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 da. And it's so frustrating for me because it's like, why are y'all doing that? Like, why are you blindly believing anything? Like, y'all are so fucking easy to brainwash. It's crazy. And it's like, at least Twitter got community notes. Because like on TikTok, you just see a bunch of niggas arguing over misinformation. Like, regardless of what y'all are arguing over, neither one of y'all are right because the information that you're arguing over is false. Like it's ridiculous, y'all. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm slowly learning that it's not my job to fix them. Like, it's not my job to fix them. All I can do is, you know, make my content, make the content that I make, and inspire people to hopefully think for yourself and, you know, learn how to use your brains. Because growing up, I took, like, media literacy was forced in my school. Like, we learned how to go on websites and how to watch the news and how to watch stuff and, you know, consider the source and consider what are they trying to convince you of. Is this biased? Is this unbiased? Are all the facts present? Are they intentionally leaving stuff out to convince the audience of da 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 da? Like, this was something that was taught in school, and now it's like, was I the only one? Why is everybody just like seeing a sentence or just a one video and they're not looking deeper into anything else? Like, it's so crazy to me. Like, y'all are adults, y'all are the new adults, and y'all are just seeing God knows what on the internet and being like, yep, that's true. And then y'all take it to Facebook, and then y'all take it to Instagram, and then y'all tell y'all grandma about it, and then your grandma tell the WhatsApp chat, and then the chat then got to, it's crazy. It's craziness, right? And it's just like, y'all, I've always felt like this though. Like, I've always felt like I was ahead of my time, but like I've always felt like this back when like me and my mom were having arguments, you know, about like the whole people on the news be like, oh, be careful of the Halloween candy because they're giving your kids edibles. And I'm like, I think we had this conversation when I was like 12 or something, and I'm like, why would they be doing that? Because like people who make drugs, they pay, like they get like they were saying, oh, like drug dealers are putting weed in y'all kids candy, and I was like, that don't make sense because drug dealers have to pay to get this, like, to source their stuff, right? Unless they grow it themselves, whatever. But they not just about to be giving out free money to y'all kids. Like, that's stupid and that don't make sense. So I'm like, I don't think people is handing out weed on Halloween like that. Like, maybe they do, but I just feel like, you know, that was a little poorly thought out, you know. I understand the razor blade situation because, yeah, there are sick people who want to hurt kids, but I really don't think people is giving away free money like that. That never made sense to me. And so that, to me, I was always like, I always questioned what I was told. And that's how I'm gonna raise my kids, and that's what I think everybody needs to do. Just because you were told something does not mean that that is fact and that is law and that is the only thing that exists. I think everybody should do their own research, take the time to read and like really educate yourself, because why are you upholding just something that you were told just because you were told it? You know, it's possible that your parents are wrong. It's possible that, you know, the school system is wrong. Like, we already know the school system is leaving out a whole bunch of shit when it comes to Black people, slavery, da 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 da. So if you genuinely care about the topic that much, you need to do your own research, you know? And I think now it's more important in this day and age because everybody wants to be a content creator. And I think everybody doesn't need to be a content creator because a lot of the content out there, it's not entertaining. Like, I love people who are just entertaining, they're funny, but a lot of content out there is just mess and opinions. And it's like, everybody doesn't need to have access to your opinions. Like, your opinions is literally, your thought process and your opinions is literally power. And so, like, you're giving that shit away for free. and like you're breeding negativity while you're doing it. Like that one lady, I got her blocked, but black people love her videos on TikTok, the one with the heat damage and the glasses and the braces. A lot of her information is wrong. Like it's been called out so many times. So many people have made videos, you know, clearing up misinformation that she's telling her hundreds of thousands of followers, and black people love her. She's like the shade room for TikTok. Like I got the shade room blocked too, because like all that is negativity. Like everybody is in the comments chiming in on other people's business, and it's like, what if that was you? Like, what if somebody, every single day you wake up, you can't do shit in your life, and it's a whole 100,000 people commenting on your business, commenting on your personal life? That is the issue with social media these days. Like everybody wants to broadcast everything. Everybody wants to be a content creator, and none of their content is helpful. Granted, if you're getting online and you telling your story with the intention to help people and to inspire people, great. Like you're raising red flags and telling people this is my experience, this is what happened, that's perfectly fine. But a lot of the shit out there is just people being messy. It's just people being messy, being in other people's business, judging other people, trying to get their little 5 minutes by, you know, just breeding negativity. And then you got the comments, somebody in the comments gonna go make a video, and then they're gonna spread that shit to their followers, and then people in the comments arguing over that. And like, don't get me started on the rage bait, because like people will say dumb shit that they know is, you know, wrong or fucked up, just because they know they will get engagement off of it. Like I said, everything is siphoning your energy. They're trying to get you upset so that you keep engaging with their content. And black people don't realize that. Like, at the end of the day, everybody don't realize that, but it's so bad in the black community, because my people will sit online all day. Like, I be seeing aunties and grandmas in the comment sections arguing up and down all day over some shit that's wrong. Like, it's obvious rage bait. Like that one lady who said that she had like had sex with somebody's corpse at a funeral. Obviously that was fake. Like obviously she did not do that. And you know, when people have funerals, they carry the body out. Like there would be no time for her to do that. So, and it was people like younger people in the comments saying like, y'all do know that this was rage bait. Like it was not real. But you got a bunch of older people like commenting on it and like making video. Like I've seen like 4, 5, 6 videos about somebody talking about that girl, and it's like, you're doing exactly what she wants you to do, because now you're making a video, you're criticizing her, you're calling her this and that, and then you're just leading people back to her page to follow her and to engage with her posts, and that's making her money. Like it's smart and it's a cheap way to get, you know, engagement and stuff like that, but like they don't know the difference between something being real and fake, because everybody is so used to blindly believing whatever the fuck they're presented with, like all the time. And it's so crazy. Like everybody isn't meant to be a content creator and to share their opinion. I'm sorry, they're not. I feel like instead of thinking that you need to go make content, because at the end of the day, it's like they're not researching the shit that they're talking about either. Like, and we're not just talking about like messy stuff. I mean, like in general, like the whole Miel situation. One of my favorite content creators is Javon Ford Beauty on TikTok. He actually dissects a lot of the misinformation that, you know, the black community perpetuates, mainly when it comes to you know, food, beauty, things of that nature, because people were talking about, oh, like Miel is causing this and that, and he actually goes deep. He's a chemist, and so he goes deep into the formula and like the quote unquote lawsuit. Mind you, there was no lawsuit lawsuit against Miel. It was an intent to sue that never happened. But people were saying like, oh, Miel changed the formula. He dissected everything. He brought the receipts. He brought the before ingredients, the current ingredients. None of the ingredients changed. The ratio, none of that changed. And so people were just being outraged, saying, oh, they changed the formula once they sold. Like, no, they didn't. They just changed the order in which they were listed on the label, but everything is literally the same. They didn't add nothing different. Like, y'all are just doing too much. And he was saying that like, if your hair is falling out, or whatever, that's not necessarily due to the formula itself, but you like not clarifying your hair. Like if you have product buildup, your hair is going to fall out. And if you're using something with harsh like essential oils, then you might have a reaction to that. But if you've been using it for a long period of time without, you know, doing proper hair care, that is going to cause your hair to fall out, not necessarily them changing the formula or the ingredients, whatever. And he was like, if you experience discomfort in something, obviously stop using it, switch up your hair care routine. But that's not necessarily true. And so it was just like people kept, you know, perpetuating that false rumor. And it's like, he actually did the research and he gave it to y'all, because y'all don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about. And the same thing for those apps, because my mom uses these apps down. I even told her, I sent her the video, I showed her, I'm like, it's not accurate. You know those apps where you go to the store and you take a picture of food, or you take a picture of a beauty product and it tells you if it's toxic or not? He did a video on that and was basically saying like, there's no way for this app to know the exact quantity that's in this product. They're just going off the label and saying, oh, this has this in it, so it's toxic. And so a lot of the stuff that he was talking about is like, it's not toxic because he actually did the research about the quantities of whatever the fuck the ingredient was. He was saying that like, this is FDA approved, this quantity in here is most likely a preservative, and it's not toxic or damaging to the human body to consume. So just because this app says that it has X, Y, and Z in it, it does not mean that it's toxic or bad for you, whatever. Like, for example, when it comes to menstrual pads, like cotton already has lead in it. Like there are certain substances that already, like when they're naturally grown or whatever, they have traces of lead in it. That does not mean that it has a large amount. It has a small, barely detectable amount, and that does not mean that it's gonna harm you or cause your coochie to fall out or like, you know, whatever. So he was saying that like, if you really care about, you know, the ingredients and the products that you're consuming, then you're going to need to do your own deep diving research and figure out what is in there and if it is safe. Because a lot of the times the things that they're saying is toxic, there's not enough in the whatever the product is to be toxic or to harm you. And I feel like his content is so helpful and important because a lot of people are lazy and they don't want to, they just want to be scared. Like my mom is one of those people. She's one of those people that if she sees something once, it could be, she loves a damn AI video. She'll see something once and she will believe it. Like she has stopped eating tomatoes because I guess she's seen somewhere on Facebook that tomatoes cause da 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 da. And I'm like, girl, we've been eating tomatoes for like 20 some years. If you know, if your stomach ain't burst open, whatever. Like, and most of the time when it's supposed to be this like, not rage bait, but you know, like, so like this intentionally like outrageous or like content like that, it's just like they're not giving you context basically. Like they're trying to scare you, this fear mongering content. That's what it is. When they put out this fear mongering content, they're not telling you that, oh, it's if you eat 80 tomatoes, it's gonna make your stomach da, da, da. Like honestly, if you do anything excessively, it's gonna cause something negative. So it's like, she loves a health video. She loves the AI health video. She sends them to me all the time. I don't even watch it no more. Okay, she done told me that eggs is gonna cause something negative, and I'm like, girl, like, we'll get to her in a second. We'll get to her in a second. But people just don't want to research. They just want to they want people to feed it to them. And so I think that content creators like him are very important because he is showing y'all the receipts. He's doing the research for you. That one Sean guy that goes through the terms and conditions of like all of the, you know, whatever service. Like people be like, hey, can you do Ring camera? Can you tell us like the privacy policy or whatever? Like he goes through it because he knows that people are not going to read that. And so he was the main person like getting into all the privacy stuff about the TikTok ban. So I feel like that kind of content is incredibly beneficial because people are fucking lazy and they choose to be ignorant. It's so bad these days because, like I said, everybody wants to be a content creator. So now we have big content creators who they're losing their integrity as content creators because they're trying to keep up with the influx of new people. So this is not to bash this person. I just lost all respect for them. But there was this major content creator that I used to follow, and she had a niche. She made this one type of content. Well, I mean, she's done like other stuff, but her main like bread and butter was this one niche form of content that it has its own community and it's criticized, whatever. But you can tell that she puts the most effort into that content. She does the research, she does the script, she like everything is, you know, well formed, right? And then she branched out, like, you know, once TikTok started, you know, blowing up, she branched out to some other form of content that's kind of similar to that niche, right? And then she has like the miscellaneous content, and then she has like the podcast. And y'all already know, like, I feel like everybody doesn't need a podcast because a lot of people that have podcasts be saying stupid shit. Like I said, everybody don't need access to your opinion about everything because, like I said, you're a little bit too lazy to speak on these topics. But anyway, neither here nor there. So she has these other forms of content, and it's like her main bread and butter, lots of effort being put into there. It seems like she does her own research on that one. And even with that, it's something that's so delicate, and even though it's stuff that like already happened, it's like you kind of have to like honor the people involved because people died. So you need to make sure that the information that you're telling is accurate as possible, and you know, you're doing the topics justice, right? The second form of content is kind of like, I don't personally like respect it or enjoy it. It's basically like her kicking people when they down, basically. And I don't appreciate that. Like, I think that that's like a little bit messed up. It's in the same realm as, you know, her first bit of content, but it's her kind of like giving opinions on, you know, a video, right? It's her reacting to you know, this type of video, right? And it's less her reacting to the situation, but her projecting, like I said in another video, her projecting, you know, her own, you know, armchair psychology, this and that, right? And she's judging these people like at some of their lowest moments. Obviously, I feel like people make mistakes. Like, I have a lot of empathy for people, but this content is very cheaply made content, very low quality form of content, because there's no empathy involved. It's just, hey, let me shit on this person, they made a mistake, we're gonna all like invite hundreds of thousands of people to make fun of this person, and I don't know them, but I'm gonna make these assumptions about them, and I'm gonna call them a piece of shit person. And you don't even know them. Like, you don't know the context of the situation. You don't know nothing that's going on. You're just judging them all, like, automatically off the bat. And I don't agree with that. I think that's so weird. Especially because you don't want nobody to do that to you. Like, if you had a bad moment, you know, I think Karen videos are fine. Those videos are fine, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's just like, it's weird, y'all. Like, it's weird. Like, there was this one video, this girl, she was a passenger. Like, she got pulled over. She didn't get pulled over, but she was in a car. Got pulled over with somebody else, and she was intoxicated, but she was not driving. Let me make this clear. She was not the person driving, right? The girl didn't really do anything in the video besides cry and, like, you know, ask questions to the officer. And, like, the girl was, like, she wasn't doing anything wrong. And she's just calling her, like, oh, this girl's a piece of shit. She's a manipulator, da, da, da. And it's like, how? Like, obviously, she's publicly intoxicated. But she wasn't the one driving. Like, she didn't do anything necessarily bad in the video that would make her a piece of shit. Like, she's literally just crying. Like, I think she said something about, like, I need to pray about this. Like, the girl seemed like a very sweet girl. And it's just weird how, like, she profiles people in these videos, and, like, you don't know them. Like, you don't know their situation. You're just comparing them to your life experiences because you're a shitty person. And so you're projecting that onto them, and you're assuming that everybody is how you've experienced people or whatever. And, like, that's weird. Like, I feel like that's a very cheap form of content. I'm sorry. It really just is, because a lot of the times you are most likely wrong. You're most likely wrong. You're not a psychologist. You have no history in psychology or human behavior. You're just talking out of your ass and you're just shitting on people. And it's already like an embarrassing moment for these people. So why are you inviting other, like, you're just harvesting more negative energy towards this person. And I just find it so weird. So I unsubscribed because of that. But the video that really broke, like the straw that broke the camel's back, was she made a video about a TikToker. And this TikToker, it was a DUI video, and she made a video saying like, oh, this TikToker, and she put the girl's picture up there, and it wasn't the TikToker. It wasn't. And this is, mind you, this is a very popular channel, has been on YouTube for a long time, very popular. And that is so problematic to me, because obviously your first channel is your main priority, but all your other content is stuff that you're not properly researching yourself. You're just making the video, somebody sent it to you, somebody said, hey, look at this video, I need you to talk about it. You're not doing your own research. You're just using it as a cheap, easy form of content. So she puts this video, she's shitting on this TikToker, like, oh, this is horrible, da da da, talking so bad about her. And we see hundreds of thousands of comments saying, hey, that's not her, wrong person, that's clearly not her. They had the same first name, two totally different last names. The woman in the DUI video was not the same woman as this TikToker. And so people were letting her know, like, that's not her. But because the video got hundreds of thousands of views, she didn't take it down. She didn't make a post or a comment saying, hey, sorry, I got the wrong person. You're just shitting on somebody, and that's not even them, because you're too fucking lazy to do your own research about the content that you're making, because you're only thinking about the views and engagement. You don't care how this is impacting somebody's life or their job or their livelihood. Like, it's so weird. And it's like, I hate to see big creators lose integrity like this, because you're trying to keep up with the fact that there's so many other forms of content, and you're trying to, oh, maybe if I branch out, then I get more money and more views and more endorsements. And it's like, you're not considering the lives of the people that you're using as content, because that was not that woman. That was not her. And you just did all of that. It was weird. You got people telling you, like, your own viewers are telling you that's not her. And y'all, it gets even worse because they stream as well. So it's like, not only and they constantly give misinformation all the time. So more recently, there's this viral, court situation going on. Y'all know, if you know, you know. And everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about it. And, she's one of those people, like, I don't have a problem with this. If you stream and then cut up your streams for content, that's fine. Like, I know a lot of people who film multiple videos with their chat and then they just put it on YouTube. That's great, right? So this is going to be a YouTube video, mind you. So the stream already got like thousands of views, and then your YouTube gets, hundreds of thousands of views. She goes, this is not going to be a deep dive of the situation. I'm just going to share my opinion. So if there's context missing, look it up yourself, right? And granted, she does encourage her audience to think for themselves, but then she goes on to give blatant misinformation. She's not missing just some context or some content. She's missing all of it. Like, since this has been going on, there's so much more evidence. There's so much more there's so much more that has gone into this situation than what you're telling your fans. And you have people who don't know anything about it, and they're just believing you. Oh my God, this person's horrible. Oh my God, like, they're basically hating on this person. And it's all because you're giving them misinformation. And then you're gonna bottle that up and put that on YouTube and give your YouTube lots of misinformation, and then tell them, oh, well, like, if you want to know more about it, then go research it. It's okay to say that I don't know enough about this situation to comment on it. Like, you can say, like, I don't feel like researching this right now. Like, it's too much going on. New stuff is coming out every day. I'm not going to talk about it till it's over. I understand people asking you to comment about it, but you don't have to, because it's ridiculous. Like, you have influence over so many people, regardless of you telling them, think for yourself, don't go harass this person. They're not going to necessarily listen to you, and they're not going to think for themselves, because at the end of the day, you're not doing your due diligence as a content creator, and you're just putting your opinion out there. You're just putting any old shit out there because you're too fucking lazy to do research on your own. It's crazy. It is insane. And one of my current favorite content creators, Bohemian Diva, she covers this specific situation perfectly, because she understands when a situation causes for empathy and when a situation causes for criticism. And on top of the fact that she does that, she does her due diligence when it comes to talking about topics or talking about situations between people or content creators or whatever the case may be. And she does it so eloquently as well, because yes, she's getting all the receipts, but sometimes she'll be like, you know what, I don't agree with what this content creator said or did, but this is their world. It's not my job to, you know, criticize their delivery or whatever, but you know, this is the truth and this is what happens. They put out misinformation, but this is what actually happened. And I respect that so much, because people do ask her to talk about things, and instead of just putting out bullshit and putting out her opinion, she's not just using it as a cheap form of content to shit on somebody. You know, she's using it as a time to, you know, express when there needs, like I said, when there needs to be empathy and when there needs to be criticism for a situation. And that is something that a lot of content creators need to practice. If you're going to be on the internet talking about people's business and being in people's business, you need to learn when there's a time to have empathy and criticism. Like, everything doesn't need to be you shitting on another person and you kikiing about somebody's private life or personal situation or personal mistakes or whatever. Like, that doesn't need to happen. And it's just like, people criticize AI all day, but y'all are worse than AI. Like, at least AI gets it kind of right. Y'all just be saying anything. Like, anything. Y'all just be putting y'all own assumptions on it, and then even if the assumption is wrong, y'all double down. Like, y'all double down and be like, oh well, that's what I thought. No, you need to take responsibility. If you want to be a content creator, if you want to have this audience of hundreds of thousands of people, you need to take accountability and responsibility for the fact that you are fucking wrong and you are putting out wrong information just for views and just for engagement. It's weird. People are just internalizing the opinion. Like, the audience itself is internalizing internalizing the opinions of the content creator. So, like, for example, when I see something that doesn't resonate with me, I get irritated because I'm internalizing what they said, and now I'm like making it a personal thing. And I feel like people should practice not doing that. Like, when I see something, I love blocking people. First of all, I love blocking people. You are not about to say something stupid or ignorant on my page or just on the internet in front of me. Like, I will block you. I will block you for anything, right? And I feel like having contrast is fine, because when you see people that have different perspectives, that can help you grow, and that can help you to form your own different opinions and whatever. But it's when you internalize it and you take it as something like personal, and you know, you make it something negative, basically. And I just personally feel like nobody should be arguing over niggas' private lives. Like, I think that shit is weird. I think all of that is weird. If you make content and all you do is criticize the next bitch, like, that's weird. Because what about you? I think people need to start like treating content less like as like, they need to treat it more trivially. Like, you don't, like, everything you see does not need to be something that you need to internalize or take as fact or whatever. It's okay to be like, you know what? No, actually, I don't care. No. Because y'all, let me tell y'all about my queen. I love her, but she is so susceptible to the internet, and it's crazy because they told us growing up, you know, don't believe everything on the internet. But like I said, I took media literacy. They did not. So, y'all, let me tell y'all this story. I brought up Willy Wonka one time. And my mom goes, oh, like, did you know that was based on a true story? And I'm like, girl, what? And so she started telling me the story. She was like, yeah, like, you know why they was inviting like poor people there? Because they was putting them in the chocolate. And I'm like, what? And so I started Googling. I immediately started Googling. I don't see nothing about it. I'm like, where did you hear this? Where did you see this? She was like, I don't know, I saw it on something. And she's like telling me more of the story. And I'm like, I'm getting into it. I'm concerned. Like, I'm like, well, this couldn't have been in America because that just sounds crazy. Like, she was like, yeah, it might have been like in London or overseas or something. I'm like, what? So like, I'm like, you need to find out where you heard this from because I'm concerned. Like, I'm interested, but like, and like, even when I Googled, is this based on a true story? It immediately said no. And so I'm like, what the hell? And so she comes back 20 minutes later. It was an AI video on Instagram Reels. When I tell y'all, I was so stressed out for like 30 minutes about it. And when she pulled up a fucking Instagram Reel, I was pissed. And I was like, you know this is fake, right? And she's like, well, they said it was a true story. Girl, they lied. They lied. And y'all, she one of them people that like gets mad when I tell her that something is fake. So I have to deal with this so often, like literally so often. Like the other day, we were arguing over hummus. And I'm like, yeah, like hummus is made out of beans, so it'll make you like it'll give you gas. And she's like, yeah, that's not true, it's a chickpea. And so then I Googled it, and like a chickpea is a legume, which is a bean. And so she was like, yeah, but it doesn't cause gas. I Googled, does chickpeas cause gas? And Google said, yes, it can cause gas. And she goes, see, it says can, not that it will. And I'm like, I continue reading and I click multiple links. And it says, yes, it does cause gas because it has a high fiber content. And she was trying to argue me up and down, left and right. And it's just like, she's an Aquarius, y'all. So, you know, Aquariuses don't like to be wrong. But this happens so often. Like, even if you Google something and the answer is the answer, she's not gonna take it. And she falls for an AI video all the time. Like, y'all know them AI videos be like, look how much this person changed. You'll never guess who this was. And da, 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 da. She loves the AI video. Okay? She falls for anything AI. If they tell you it's true, health video, celebrity video, it don't matter what the fuck it is, she's gonna believe it. And it's so stressful for me because if I try to tell her that, yeah, girl, that's fake, she gonna get mad at me. And I'm just like, girl, she told me that Zendaya was gonna be on Moana, and I was like, that's not true. Like, just Google it. That's not true. She got mad at me. Like, we always get in fights about this stuff. It's like, y'all, our parents are so bad. Like, they're so bad with it. Like, this is the worst time for AI to be a thing because everybody is so easily brainwashed. Like, they will believe anything. And even if they get on Google and they find a credible source and it tells them the opposite, they're not going to believe it because that's not what they saw first. And so that's just what we have to deal with, y'all. She's falling for so many scams, and it's just like, reading is fundamental. But, you know, like I said, the point of this video is just to tell y'all, encourage y'all to think for yourselves. Always consider the sources of whatever you're consuming. Do your own research. These people that I mentioned in this video, I don't think they're bad people. I just don't agree with what they do. So that don't make them a bad person. I just disagree. And I think it is important for people to start treating the content that they are ingesting as trivially as you treat a conversation. Like, sometimes you have a conversation with somebody, like, just in passing, and like, you don't think about it later. Please do not internalize every single thing you see on the internet. Please do not believe every single thing you do on the internet, every single thing you see on the internet, because holding on to that mentally is not good for you. It is how these algorithms brainwash you into continuing to engage with the content because they know that you're going to get mad about it, or they know that you're going to feel some type of way about it, or you're going to try to correct it or whatever. And it's just important for you to form your own opinions, spend less time, you know, ruminating over the internet and ruminating over things that you see on the internet. I'm learning to not respond to people. I love blocking people. I'll block people up, down, left, right. You're not about to, whatever. Like, you're not about to. Don't be so defensive, because, like, do you know how many times I was being nice to a girl on TikTok, and because she was reading it too fast, she thought I was coming for her and was trying to get attitude. I'm like, how is you okay? Because literally I was being nice, and they're like, oh my God, I'm sorry, girl. Like, I didn't mean to. Like, everybody is just on edge because, like I said, these algorithms breed negativity. Like, they want you to get mad. They want you to go back and forth with people. And it's like, it's creating less connection between people and more just bullshit and drama and negativity. So, like, just use your brains a little bit more. Consider who is saying what. And, you know, if you care enough about a situation, you care enough about a topic, do your own research. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, take everything that you see with a grain of salt, please. And hopefully we'll be alright, because, like, I can't. Like, I literally have this battle in my own household every single day. Like, every day. Like, every day. Okay? Like, y'all, this lady will try anything that Facebook or Instagram Reels or TikTok will tell her. And it's hard because I don't like arguing. Like, I really hate arguing. But anyway, that's all I have for this video. Please subscribe. Comment down below if you got any video ideas or whatever you want me to talk about. I stream on Twitch sometimes. I do bad movies, games, all of that. So if you're interested, go follow and subscribe over there. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching.
Got ARPs and Glock jams, don't trip, it's plenty poles. Swing the back door, I'm the back end, bitch, I'm throwing foes.
Shorty throwing foes, I'm throwing balls back out and overthrow.